There's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the San Francisco 49ers. Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go.
Throwing on first down is Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
I can't believe they even let you play. Middle.
Now Allen to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now they face a third and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Allen. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Here's Breida. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Matt Breida with touchdown number 8 on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Rosas good with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over first and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start first and 10. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
On first down, here's Breida. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
At the Vikings' 37-yard line.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. On deck, punt. 58's the Mike. 58's the Mike.
And what's wrong? See, we got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
King now to throw on second down. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
36.
To throw on third down. King, open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Here's King on first down. Escaping the pressure right. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Rush in. Switch.
King on first and 10. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, and that'll bring up second down.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back.
Come off the ball. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 50. Trump. All you give us a headache. And go 58's the Mike. Hey, let's get in them holes.
To throw is King. Throwing again on second and 10. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is first and 10, right at the 40. Now Allen. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. First and 10 right at the 20. Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. credited for the sack. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And he's going to go down again. DeForest Buckner in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He wants it all for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 18-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On the delay, here's Breida. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. This is Breida. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. 2-6. Hey, Mike. Go 58 to Mike. Get him, get him, get him.
Operating from the gun, King. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 44-yard line. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 20! That's good for 28 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Looking to throw. King, flush to his right. He'll try and run it. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Let's go, B, let's go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. They come out here in the I. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Breida. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and goal.
Can this Vikings D hold up one more time? 3rd and goal.
Quick dash. Go. Take it. Go.
Now King. From the gun, he'll throw. And he is all the way up past the 25.
But that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering how.
They've got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 30 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. First down, and they're going to throw without him. He's going to fire one. Deep left. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Alert! 5 wide. Small. 56 go!
On 2nd and goal. Allen, and this one complete to Smith. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They come out here in the I. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1.
Tight dog.
They'll run for it with Hines. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that'll make our score 14-7.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
58, boys, 58. 58 to Mike. Hey, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. 58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike.
2nd and 9 now. Going up top. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Turn around, West. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. 22, Jet, cover. 22, Jet, cover.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
58, boys, 58. 58 is Mike. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. 58 to Mike, 58.
King now, operating from the gun. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I'm going back to you. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
From the gun, King. He's going to air one out. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 6-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well, as we are back and started in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Screen, watch the screen.
Here's King, throwing on first down. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Running out of the gun here, Breida. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's third down and inches. could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. They'll go with a keeper, and he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line. They run with Breida. Tackle made by Zaire Franklin.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Hey. 4 down. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Check.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the
yardage.
We got to step it up. Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. If you don't get this, boy, you think you won't get this? You think you won't get this?
King on 3rd down. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 27-yard line. This quarterback now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10.
Alert 3. Shift. Watch the shift. Switch.
Out of the shotgun, Breida. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
65.
They run again with Breida. And an alley to run. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Matt Breida, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 1.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath.
To throw is King on 1st down. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
Throwing on 1st down. King. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike, watch the screen. Pass. Mike 55. Mike 55. Mike 55.
They're going to need some therapy.
Back to throw. King. Eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter.
Mike 55. Right there in the middle. 55. You must be getting tired of seeing me. Check. 55 to Mike. Check. Hayward. Now watch one.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat.
Oh, here we go. Oh.
Now King throwing on 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings.
First down, Vikings.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Cannot get away, and down he goes. Nick Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And the Niners get there and bring him down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. Now the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. But down 2 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to go for it. They must have thought they had a play to dial up that they could get it. It didn't work out.
They must have thought, as you pointed out, they had a play, and they were probably looking at the number of possessions that they thought were left in the game. And down 2 scores, they must have felt like they couldn't risk not taking a shot here and giving up that chance.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 13-yard line.
Now a toss play. It's Breida. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
3rd and 9.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey, switch gears. Switch.
King now. From the gun, he'll throw. trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Now, aren't I, though?
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Taken in at the 22. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Now it's Breida. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Niners on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. Here it's 3rd and 2. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Let's go.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
56. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Allen now looks to throw. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Quan Alexander, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at the 42-yard line.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Slow. 40 yards.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Here's King, operating from the gun. Catch is made by Hurd. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
First down. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Right. Go back to 48 right now. Let's go. 6 man. Check curls. That's great.
This will be caught at about the 5. End zone, it's a 49er touchdown from 4 yards out, and the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. PAT up and good by Rosas, and the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. DeForest Buckner, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. To try again after the sack. Allen. And Diggs has it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First down.
Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So the victory here for San Francisco. And it was their defense.